Hello there, this is James and you're watching Tixee Live. And a very good morning to all of you, and all of you a very happy Friday. In today's program, I want to have a little chat about the British pound and the incoming new Prime Minister for the UK, plus a couple of other things which is occurring in the market and the build up to the big event happening later today. But before we get into all of that, don't forget, these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research, do your own due diligence, and of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade. With that out the way, let's get started. So the British pound, the sterling, is getting absolutely hammered at the moment, absolutely smacked down by the US dollar and also by the euro. I mean, sterling actually suffered its biggest monthly fall against the US dollar back in August since 2016. And that fall was because of the Brexit vote result. Okay, so it's actually suffered its biggest monthly fall since then. I mean, with concerns over the UK economy, the cost of living crisis, which is, don't forget, electricity bills, the annual cost is expected to go up by 80% by October. 80% increase on energy bills per year. So huge cost of living crisis in the UK. And obviously, don't forget, 40-year high inflation as well. So it's really pushed the sterling down. It's actually fallen about 5% against the greenback. Goldman Sachs, though the UK is not technically in a recession yet, but Goldman Sachs warns that the UK could, when it will, and I think it's pretty much on the cards. I think everybody accepts that the UK will fall in recession. Don't forget, Bank of England has said that UK will fall in recession by Q4. But Goldman Sachs has warned that the UK could remain in recession till 2024. Which I think is actually, to be open with you, I think that's quite moderate, because don't forget, the Bank of England have said it will take them till 2025 to get a handle on inflation. So, that's quite generous. But anyway, August was also the worst month for the sterling against the euro since the middle of last year. So the sterling in general, out of all the majors, is one of the weakest currencies on the market currently, which brings me to another point, the point I want to talk about, which is also weighing down on the sterling. And this is going to become big news next week. It's actually happening on the 5th of September. And I want to do a quick comparison, because as you know, anyway, there's a leadership contest in the UK, who's going to become the new leader of the Conservative Party, which is the ruling party in the UK government. And whoever becomes the leader of the Conservative Party become the new UK Prime Minister after, obviously, Bojo resigned. This will be happening on the 5th of September, on Monday. Okay, this is a big thing. And the front runner, the person who is most likely to win, or the favorite to win, is Liz Truss. As I already said about this person, this individual, she has come across with quite some strange economic plans. Okay, for one, she wants to handle the cost of living crisis by reducing taxes, which will not work. At the same time, she wants to do a review of Bank of England. Don't forget, the Bank of England is supposed to be independent from the government, so that's not necessarily good news. Basically, what she's trying to do, she's blaming the Bank of England for the inflation crisis in the UK, which is, they played a part in it, but it's not all their fault. And all this, and obviously she's very hard Brexiteer. She's very hard Brexit. So we're going to have these issues. So she's the front runner, but she's modeling herself on a certain person, which I think she will love to be. But I don't think, I'm not going to get political, but I don't think she can. And that is obviously, she's modeling herself a lot on Margaret Thatcher, the infamous UK Prime Minister from the 80s. She's modeling herself on this individual. That's what she wants to be. Because anyway, that's how she's trying to picture herself or promote herself. But there is a few comparisons to what she's about to inherit, or if she wins. I mean, either way, whoever wins the prime minister, they've got a very, very tough job on their hands. And anyway, if she does win, what she will inherit is very similar to what Margaret Thatcher inherited when she came to power in 1979. In 1979, inflation was at 13.9%. UK was in recession, and there was continuous strikes, union strikes. Thatcher came in, and over time, she managed to get control of the unions. She created the open market, which obviously we still benefit from today, which turned the UK around. Today, whoever wins the leadership, they're facing inflation of 10.2%, recession incoming, and labour unrest. As in, like I say, we've also had a number of strikes by rail workers, by subway workers, by, you name it, because obviously the cost of living crisis, they need pay rises because inflation is sucking it away. So it's very, very similar conditions. I don't think whoever comes in as a leader will be able to do this. Same as what Thatcher did back in 1979, from 1979 onwards. So I still think very much so that I'm still extremely bearish on the sterling. Don't forget, the ING have said that it would go down to a 114 handle. Rabobank have said the same. I am very negative on the sterling because I think there's not a lot going for it in its favor. So yeah, I'm extremely bearish. But anyway, 5th of September, Monday, will be a big deal for cable traders. Because like I say, there is concerns of Liz Truss winning it by many people in the market. So I think it's going to be a big event, certainly for cable traders and for the sterling in general. On other news, basically, the King dollar is still ruling the court, still at a 24-year high against the yen and 20-year high against the majors, using the dollar index. So still ruling the court. So let's have a quick look at the market now as it stands. So this is starting off with the euro. Euro still under parity, is trying to make a move above it. Currently trading at 1.99869. I see a potential area of interest, potential resistance around 0.99975 currently at the moment. Like I say, it broke down basically the first area of interest of 99.45, but it couldn't break down from the other area, 99.26, before bouncing back. So those are the two areas I'm watching. And don't forget, it's going to be a little bit sideways today because there's a big event coming up later this afternoon. So the market's going to be really waiting for that. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Now, as we were talking about the sterling, let's have a look. Sterling is trying its best to fight and get back up above the 116 handle. Currently trading at 115.599. Realistically, there is obviously a potential area of interest there, which is capping it at 1.15695. But like I say, it's going to be quite range bound until we get the big event happening later today. And like I say, I am still extremely bearish on the sterling at the moment. Like I said, I see a potential key area in the future at 1.1493. Gold has managed to get back above the 1700 mark. the psychological level, currently trading at $1,702. Key area of interest for me, there's two: $1,706 for a first potential resistance, followed by $1,711. S&P 500, again, pretty sideways, trying to bounce back. It's done, it hasn't, not bad bounce back, to be honest. Trying to get back over the 4,000 points, currently trading at 3,966 points. And obviously the dollar yen, like I said, 24-year high at 140.30. So obviously, again, it's going to be a little sideways for now because we've got a big event happening in a couple of hours of time. And that, of course, is the non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll. Now, don't forget, sorry, my throat got a little bit dry. Don't forget, we had a big dollar run, a bullish dollar run yesterday on the back of good initial claims and a good US ISM manufacturing PMI. Both came in a lot better than anticipated. So obviously this is the big one. This is the big one. If we get potentially a good number on this, expectation is 300,000, a good number on this, we could see very bullish dollar, because this will lead the market to think if we're having good US data, then the Fed will do a jumbo rate hike come the 21st of September, the next interest rate meeting. So yeah, this is going to be a big event. Please come along. I'm going to do a watch along on this. I'll watch along because the market's going to hold its breath for this event. I'll be going on air at 12:20 p.m. UTC. So please come and join me. Don't forget, I go on a little bit before it, about 10 minutes before it, so we can talk about it and we go through some scenarios. This potentially could be a huge event today. So please come along and join me. So that's really it. That's the big event, is the US non-farm payroll. What will happen? Market as it currently stands, slightly tepid. FTSE slightly better off than yesterday, 0.04%. DAX currently positive, 1.114%. And Eurostock 50 currently trading negative, 0.30%. But really, it's all about this. It's all about the NFP today. So please come along and join me for that. Don't forget, you can talk to me or ask me questions anytime you wish. It is a live broadcast after all, or simply say hello if you like. Or what do you think about about Liz Truss if she does win the leadership contest? Will she surprise us and be a Thatcher? I know she wants to be. I don't think she can. But yeah, that's the big thing. Because like I said, that will be a big event for sterling, because the sterling can be quite heavily politically driven in its movements. So that will be an interesting event. So yeah. Anyway, if you think of a question later, put it in the comment section on either Facebook or YouTube. I will see them and I will reply to them next time I go live on air, which of course will be today with the watch along at 12:20 p.m. UTC. And again, of course, I'll be back on again for the US session at 2 p.m. UTC. So let's see the aftermath of the non-farm payroll. If there is no questions, not a problem. If you're watching me on Facebook and you enjoyed this little episode, by all means, give us a follow. If you're watching me on YouTube and again, you've enjoyed this little video, subscribe if you like. Hit the notification button so you know next time I'm going live. If you liked this video and you put up with me, my over top enthusiasm for the markets, which I simply just cannot help because I love the markets, then give me one of these. It's nice to know that you like what I do, right? Got a couple of likes already, which I really appreciate. I really do. And I really appreciate all you come along to watch me do these videos as well. Anyway, till next time, don't forget, these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research and do your own due diligence. And of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade. Till next time, every single one of you, trade safe.